Hello and welcome back to Ask Anoushka. As always, I hope that you're all doing really well. So today I really wanted to discuss with you something that has really kind of caught my attention. And this was something that I really wanted to explore with you. And it's what type of people do narcissists fear? Now, as we know, narcissists don't tend to fear anyone. They don't have those kind of feelings of fear, the same kind of type that we would have. But I really wanted to look at what is it that maybe triggers or presses their buttons. And I really wanted to explore what is it about them that they run away from? What is it that they try to hide so much? And through all my research and reading that I have done, I realized that a narcissist would fear you if you were able to cause them a great amount of shame. So it's the shame that really propels their behavior. And I feel that a lot of this is to do with their upbringing, the way that their childhood was for them. You see, narcissists don't want to talk about their childhood, or they don't want to remember, they don't want to expose that part of them, because it is so hurtful, it is shrouded in pain. And they try to mask that quite a lot with their behaviors and their communication style. You see, they have this huge defense mechanism, and that's really what narcissism is about, is the defense from the past. Their past probably was very traumatic for them. And like I talk about this in a lot of my videos, there would have caused this splitting in personality, and this polarization would have happened in childhood where they had to be somebody else because they knew that who they were was not good enough. And instead of going deeper into themselves, they caused this break to happen in their personality. So they pretend to be somebody else, somebody that they would think that their parents or their caregivers would want them to be. And so this was never corrected. And so as they've grown into adulthood, this has just carried on. So it's all about shame. It's about if you cause them shame, if you expose them. Despite what people say about going no contact, this is not the ultimate way to hurt a narcissist. You see, if you go no contact, they have many avenues to salvage themselves, salvage their image and who they are, because they continuously reinvent themselves. So you see, they have already smeared you as worthless and crazy, all right? So it doesn't really matter what you say. So going no contact, they don't really care, to be honest. If you were to damage their image in some way, in a really public way, this would cause a lot of anguish for the narcissist. You see, narcissism is a defense against shame. At some point in the development of the narcissist, the young child decides that no matter what, they would never want to feel shame again, not for a minute, not for a second. They would do whatever they could, no matter the cost to themselves or others, to outsource their shames. This is why they deflect. This is why they put the blame onto you. So every argument, every communication that you have, it's all about hierarchy. It's all about them being better than you. They deflect that shame onto you because they don't want to feel it. You see, they do this by using all the procedures that you're familiar with, like with gaslighting, silent treatments, word salads, rage, blame shifting, and the list goes on. If you're able to break through the narcissist defenses, to psychically tar and feather them down, mark them as a parasite to all who know them, you will force them to feel shame, for which they have no defense. You are essentially pinning them down and pouring it all over them, like acid onto third-degree burns. By doing this, you have overwhelmed their defenses. There is no way they can explain to so many people at once whatever it is you have done to their image. By doing this, what you've done is you've overwhelmed their defenses. And so what happens is there is no way that they can explain themselves to so many people to protect their image. And the way they look at the narcissist, their impressions of this narcissistic person would have changed. So these people, what you essentially do is you break the spell. And so people around the narcissist see them for who they are. The narcissist doesn't want that person to see the true image, the truth. So when people do, this causes them shame. It is as though they'd be standing naked in front of a lot of people. It causes them shame. You see, something in the narcissist has changed. Gone is the adoration, the respect, the worship. It is replaced by disgust, repulsion. Here is where the narcissist loses it. They can't cope with the way that people perceive them. So you see, this is what lurks behind that mask of the narcissist. It isn't their charm. It isn't their good looks. What is underneath is the mask of insanity. Something that is dysfunctional. Somebody who doesn't have a grasp on reality. The fantasy is what they want you to believe. The truth is what they want to get away from. Horribly embarrassing to be exposed for what they are. And if you have the power to do this to them, to utterly invert their grandiosity, of course they will fear you. Thank you for watching. And I hope that this video has helped you to understand and make sense of this. See you in the next video. Goodbye.